What is up, YouTube? Retro Mike here with the first episode of What Am I Playing? Now, in this series, I plan to go over some games that I've been playing in the past few weeks. Now, I've been playing 2 games currently. I probably will be playing mostly 2 to 3 games at most, depending on how much time I have, what type of games they are. But as I said, just 2 games right now, and I plan to go over my personal experiences that I've had in the games, even though I haven't completed them yet. And also, I want you to share your stories with me of if you've played these games, and my personal gripes about it, if any. So to start off, I want to start off with a game that I absolutely love. I'm going to start off strong here. Now, this game, I'm only halfway through, but I am hoping to complete it this week, hopefully. And that game is Dragon Quest VIII: Journey of the Cursed King. Now, this game is wonderful in my opinion. The gameplay is fun, the story is well done, and the voice acting is just wonderful. Now, generally, the voice acting I don't really have too much of an issue with in games, but quite a few, for some reason, that I have, the voice acting is terrible. And I feel like if you're going to add voice acting, it's really got to put in some character to the character. You can't just give someone some text and let them read it, and if they're supposed to be angry, say it in an angry way. You got to give them some character. Voices need character when you are using them in video games. So the characters in this game are all voiced very well by British people, I must say, and I could not ask it to be any better. I mean, I'm glad they did it the way they did it. But the story about this game, it starts you off in a kingdom with an evil gesture who steals a magical scepter, and he curses this kingdom by turning the king into Yoda and his daughter into a horse. Makes sense of that. And then everybody else is magically turned into a plant. I've made no sense of that. Maybe there's a story behind this scepter in the future of this game, but we'll see. Now, of course, the hero was also in this kingdom. He was a knight, I believe, and they go off in this journey to get this gesture and get the evil scepter, or, well, the magical scepter back. Along the way, they meet some other people who also have issues with this evil gesture. So, it works as a great story maker, I guess, for the lack of words, because you have different views of why this evil gesture is why people should dislike him. You have 3 different ways, although there's 4 people. One's just in there because he likes to be in there. He's the comic relief. And when you play this game, you'll know who I'm talking about. Now, the gameplay aspect of it, it's just like any other traditional RPG. You walk around, you fight a random encounter. But the cool thing is when you level up, you get skill points, and you use these skill points to boost up your weapons or your magic. And like with the hero, you can boost up his swords, spears, magic, and his fist weapons, I believe. So it works quite well in variety, because I personally been increasing his spears, and I don't think there's any right or wrong reason or right or wrong way to play it. I think you can play it anyway if you want to use swords or fists or just magic or a variety of them all. It shouldn't really matter. But I haven't had any issues with any fights the way I've been doing it. So that's that. So if you've played this game, share your experiences with me. If you don't have it, go and get it, because I really do recommend it. I mean, it's going to probably become my top RPG of all time. And I've got many RPGs still to play, but you know, there's quite a few games that I've played, and this is quite wonderful. And I'm glad I got it, because I probably would have never picked it up. But I got it, and it is just wonderful. This next game, we have a bit of a love-hate relationship. I love how adorable it is. It's quite entertaining. It's downright fun, and it's got a great idea. But this game will make your life a living hell. That game, Stoke Upon Kingdom. Now, what exactly would this game, little cute game, would do to make your life a living hell? Well, what doesn't it do? Well, there's plenty of it doesn't do, but game-wise, it does quite a bit. Such as steal all your money, instantly kill you, cause you to lose all your items, run around in circles, completely lose your villages, which, by the way, the whole aspect of this game is to get villages so you get enough gold to win. That is the point of this game. Now, when I was told this game was supposed to be like Mario Party, it's a lie. It's like Monopoly. And just like Monopoly, it's boring. This game, I got about 9 hours on it, and it's exciting in the sense there is stuff to tear away from the bad, but as soon as you're out of that, you're back into the bad. So there isn't much time between your advantage to now your disadvantage. Or maybe I'm just terrible or have terrible luck. I don't know. So share your personal experiences with me. But this game's story, since I'm playing story mode, is pretty much, as I said, about you, the hero, and other players that you have playing, whether it's computer or friends, trying to get as many villages as possible, while also completing the quests that the king brings up to you. Now, the one problem I actually do have with this game that I will never forgive it is I think I've figured out how it isn't really random. No matter what, it will choose your outcome for you. So, how did I do that? Well, I had one turn where I rolled a 3. I moved 3 spaces, and I ended up in an empty space. Empty spaces in this game either trigger a battle with a enemy hero, if they're on that space, or a random battle with a monster, or a random event with an NPC. So I ended up with a random NPC, and I got an evil NPC, and he decided to give me an item that would sit in my inventory and eat all the items in my inventory. So I resetted the game, started that turn over, and I got a 3 again. Went to a different space this time, but it was still an empty space. I just went a different direction. I got the evil guy again, and the same item. Now, I resetted several times, got the same results every time. Now, how do I eventually get out of it? Well, luckily I had an item that would allow me to roll higher than 3, because it gave me multiple spinners, or multiple cubes if you played Mario Party, but this game uses spinners. So that's how I eventually got out of it. So I win, game. I win. But besides that, there's also a warning. I would consider a warning on the back of this game. It says, the friendship destroying game. So if you play this game, don't play with friends. It might become a murder scene. So, if you have played this, and did play with your friends, leave your comments below of how well you like this, and show some respect to your once living pal. So those are the 2 games I have been playing. Hopefully I'll complete them within a few days of this week. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of What Am I Playing?